The dream of many entrepreneurs is building a business, making money, and then having a successful exit. And for those entrepreneurs that are interested in exiting their business or specifically being acquired, there's probably a few things you should know. Before even getting acquired, an entrepreneur usually goes through something called capital raises. And if an investor is even interested, the entrepreneur is going to receive something called term sheets. After several rounds of capital raises, an entrepreneur may receive a buyout proposal. And if the proposal is accepted, the acquiring company will go through something called due diligence. So today on the Business 360 podcast, we are welcoming someone who successfully sold his company to a large multi-billion-dollar corporation. And he's gone through the capital raise, term sheet negotiation, and due diligence process. My guest is Pratik Patel, the founder and president of RideClean, now owned by Cox Automotive, a multi-billion-dollar leader in the automotive space with consumer-facing brands such as Kelley Blue Book. RideClean is a sustainable mobile car care company that predominantly served the car share market. And over the course of 5 years, before even RideClean was acquired, Pratik was able to rapidly grow his company to serve 6 major US markets, raise institutional funding, and generate 125% average year-over-year revenue growth. Pratik, I'd like to welcome you to the Business 360 podcast.
Awesome. Rushabh, thank you so much. I'm happy to be here, and what an intro. So I appreciate that. And definitely looking forward to, chatting about my journey a little bit and hopefully helping other people that are watching this as well.
Absolutely. So that's the goal, right? We want to give aspiring entrepreneurs or even existing entrepreneurs a window into what many people who have gone down this journey and experienced some crazy things can actually share. So let's get right into it. First thing is I talked very briefly about RideClean. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about RideClean and the industry that you served?
Absolutely. Yeah. So, RideClean was born in 2013, primarily as a mobile car washing business. So, everything you can do at a local car wash where you drive through, we were able to do it mobily, but in a very eco-conscious manner using steam cleaning and dry wash applications. So, our primary focus was really working with a lot of car share companies when we first started. And as I started to learn more and more about the industry and kind of where these fleets of the future are going, I really wanted to kind of evolve the business into what it is now, which is a mobile car care company. And car care company includes washing, maintenance, logistics, anything that we can do to help fleet operators maintain their vehicles.
You just laundry listed a bunch of things that RideClean does. To me, that explains that your business is very operational heavy, especially with labor. There are hurdles in raising capital and pitching to investors who view operational heavy businesses as challenging businesses. What was the hurdles that you faced when you were pitching to investors and trying to raise capital?
So I think the first and foremost thing is getting in front of the right audience, right? Obviously, like you mentioned, RideClean is a very operationally intense business. And I think one of the learning lessons I had was when I was out raising capital and pitching investors, I didn't always do a good job of doing my diligence on that investor and that audience to understand if this is something they would have an appetite for. So making sure you understand your audience and are you spending the right amount of energy in the right areas, pitching your company essentially, right? And then the other piece of this is I think that as an entrepreneur, the investors are really betting on you. You're the jockey, right? They're betting on the jockey, not the horse. They need to believe in you before they believe in the business. And I think that's where I found my most success, because I've had, multiple encounters with investors when I was raising capital back in 2014, 15. And a lot of them came to me and said, I never thought I'd be interested in a mobile car wash, but hearing you talk about it and hearing your excitement about it is what got me interested, right? And so I think that's really the first 2 hurdles is understand your audience, who you're spending the energy with, and then also make sure you show that passion you have for the business, because that passion will start to resonate with the audience as well. And that's what's going to get their first immediate interest. After that, it's whether or not they want to involve themselves in an operationally intense business or not. But first, they got to believe in you.